Atanna, please start.
Start time, sir.
Okay. Good evening, dear students. Myself, Dr. Surya, Director, Vishwa Vishwani Business School. Today, we were invited Sri Charan Lakkaraju, CEO, Student Tribe, is a motivational speaker, innovative thinker, and he has given various motivational programs to the students. Sri Charan Lakkaraju. Now, most of the engineering college students are having a biggest doubt or biggest question mark in their minds, saying that the recession is going on. What is our future? What kind of a job market is available as of now? Am I really getting job in the market? Even though if I get the job in the market, what kind of a career prospects are there in future? Really, is my job is going to be fit or the same job if I continue? How about my future? There are a lot of questions which are arising in their minds. To answer those questions, we were initiated a webinar with the help of Student Tribe CEO Sri Charan Lakkaraju. He is going to talk what after BTech or what after graduation. More particularly, in the Telugu states, what is happening? I would like to give you a brief overview about the engineering status with my past 16 years of experience in this career. Every year, almost in Telangana state and Andhra, near to 1.2 lakh students are going to be joining in engineering education. Whereas 80 to 90,000 students are only pertaining to computer science departments the students are choosing. Now, after 4 years, there are lakhs and lakhs of students are outside and they are unable to catch their employment opportunity in the MNC world. On this context, how about the next step? What to do? Which course is going to be really suitable? Or the next course which we are doing, is this course is going to really support us or help us or what? Then the people who are watching this webinar might be they may have a doubt saying that, sir, when we are joining in engineering college also, they were said once you join this particular course, your future is going to be prosperous. We are going to give you a campus placement 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs like that. But end of the day, nothing is happened. Why it is? There are n number of reasons are there. They are unable to provide you the employment opportunities in the existing market. Indian software industry or Indian business environment or any other country environment is purely depending on the outsourcing of some other countries. So more particularly, IT industry is peculiar example of this. So the recession market is happening right now, and now many of the job holders are laying off their jobs. In these cases, a few engineering colleges or a few graduate colleges, they have given an offer letter to their hand, but they have received an offer letter, but with that offer letter, when they are entering into the MNC, they are simply saying, right now, we don't have projects in our hand. We will get back to you. So this kind of a situation is arising across the market. On this crossroads, or I can say junction, Vishwa Vishwani Business School thought of why can't we conduct a webinar which is going to give you a more insightful persons who is expert in the academic counseling, who is expert in motivational talk, who is already proven himself, and he is a speaker, Forbes speaker also. So why can't we invite such kind of a great personality and to have a live webinar session so that he is going to interact with you and he is going to give you a valid suggestions and other things. When it comes to the title of today's webinar, what after BTech, I mean to say graduation, is MBA or PGDM is a right choice? Of course, it is a right choice provided the skill set what you would like to acquire the next 24 months, if you would like to join in any other college for that matter, is only the matter. I always used to say one common, saying, everyone is looking for the earning, but only few people will understand if you can learn more, the earning will be more. Without learning, earning is not possible, but people are concentrating. I mean to say, this generation is mostly concentrating on fast income, fast kind of a growth which they are expecting in this field. So on this request, on this thought, like that, there are n number of things are there. Now let me take another dimension in engineering. Just now we talk about computer science. There is another thing like mechanical engineering, civil engineering, electrical engineering. Many of the colleges were shut down these particular courses, and now they are even not in a position to run this course. Even the faculty and the other staff are also now, it's a big question mark about their future employment. Why it has happened? Why the market is unable to provide the equal opportunities to all the segments, to all the specialized fields, all the courses which are available in the market? This is also a big question mark. I'm just giving you the brief context. Maybe next 3 minutes I will give you the brief context. Depending on the context, you are requested to ask you the couple of questions to Sri Charan. So he is going to give you the answers one by one. The second thing, sir, you're talking about engineering, it's fine, but how about the graduation who has done BSc statistics or BCom computers or BCom general or other BA, B pharmacy and other courses? How about their future also? Again, I always used to say, right now in your hand there are the three papers are available. Paper number 1 is SSC certificate. Paper number 2 is intermediate certificate. Paper number 3 is the graduation certificate. Do you think the certificates, I can say the papers, is going to give you an assurance about your future employment? Certainly yes, certainly no. Provided where you could able to improve yourself in terms of skills, in terms of competencies, then definitely whatever the course which you are studied, it is going to give you a fulfillment of your employment in your future aspects. Then what is the role as an institution which they would like to place? At the same time, or what is the role the student has to choose while they are selecting any institute for that matter? Many of the times, I always said in my previous webinars, engineering colleges or for that matter, colleges are not minting missions of placements. They are the only facilitators. They are only the skill providers. That is the thing which I would like to say. So here, whichever the college which you would like to choose, what kind of a curriculum which they are implementing, what kind of a job opportunities which they would like to explore, or what kind of a faculty which are available, or what kind of infrastructure which is available, or what kind of a rankings which are available. I mean to say, the student has a choice. He could able to think what he can. That kind of a culture or that kind of opportunity is really provided by that particular institution is matter a lot. So in the same way, right now you are at the crossroads. Which road you would like to take it, or which way you would like to navigate yourself? Whether it is a MBA, or whether it is a PGDM, or whether it is a MS, or maybe M.Tech, or moving abroad. Now I can say many of the graduate students who completed their, especially B.Tech, now they are moving to other countries like UK, America, Australia, and other European countries. They are moving. Now the question is, that particular countries are really able to provide the employment opportunities. With the experience and with the information which I have for your information, in India, at least colleges are taking the responsibility of the placement opportunities. But whereas in UK, my own brothers are studying, there is no colleges taking care of the placement opportunities. Just they are giving valuable insights into their academics, into their curriculum. That is the thing which is currently happening. Now, these kind of questions which are, there are a lot of things, which we could able to discuss. How the things which are happening right now, what is the status, what to do, what not to do. That is what, which we would like to give you an insightful kind of a things when really your lives are going to be changed. Sir, what we have to do, sir, really? Aim chayali, sir. What kind of skills we would like to acquire, sir? For these questions, we are inviting Sri Charan Lakkaraju. So the first 15 minutes, the reason why I am giving you the context to set the context, what he would like to speak, where he would like to give you a kind of a overview about the future, what really we have to do, or what kind of mistakes which you have committed in your graduation. Our intention is to not to repeat those mistakes, not to repeat the bad experiences of your graduation, whether it might be any course, not to repeat what you have not done. You have to do something which you would like to keep it in your mind in a progressive way, at least in your upcoming education. It might be a post graduation. I mean to say, whether it's a MBA or PGDM or BTech or M.Tech, any other program. So I request on this platform, note what kind of a questions you would like to ask, or what kind of a interactions you would like to have with Charan Lakkaraju. Just now I am only speaking with you. You have a privilege to enter your questions in YouTube. By end of the session, we would like to answer those particular questions. And then we would like to give you our contact numbers. You can speak with Mr. Charan Lakkaraju or myself and other directors who are available to give you a career guidance. On this connection, we are doing this particular thing. Now, the next 1 minute, I would like to give you a time to you so that you can think of what kind of a questions you would like to ask. Yes, really, is this PGDM MBA is the right choice or not? The next minute, after 1 minute, we would like to note you the questions, and we will invite Sri Charan, and he is going to interact with you. Please take 1 minute of time and try to interact yourself with Sri Charan Lakkaraju. The first 15 minutes, I would like to set the tone of this webinar. So that is the reason I have taken the first 15 minutes of slot. So these are the general assumptions which are happening across the education industry. Now, please get ready 1 minute. So the next one, after 1 minute, Sri Charan Lakkaraju sir is going to join with us.
Yes, I am. Hi,
Hi,
sir.
students. Yeah, we would like to welcome Sri Charan Lakkaraju sir, motivational speaker. Even if you type it in Google, who is Mr. Sri Charan Lakkaraju, you will have a wonderful answers on his name. A result-oriented professional with a 12 plus years of global experience in the education industry and business process improvement. So we expect the same kind of when someone enters your name, the Google has to say, who are you? So that kind of a inspiring personality with us, Sri Charan Lakkaraju sir. He is the CEO of Student Tribe. Sir, heartily welcome for this YouTube webinar session, sir. Please take over the session.
Thank you. Sucharita, can you just share the deck, please? Yeah, thank you. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
So first, good evening, everyone. This is a very first of all, thank you, Suryanarayan Garu, for inviting me. So this is very, very informative session. When I was having a conversation, when sir said they're planning a webinar for the students, and I felt being in the student space, it's my responsibility to convey a few points which are more important for the larger audience, because there's a lot of confusion. What next? And this is a question that everyone has on their mind. Some people keep asking the different acronyms. What is PGDM? What is MBA? Is work experience needed? And what are the different types? So these are the questions which keep popping up. And these days, as a responsible, because Suryanarayan Garu is a trained career counselor also. It's not just he's the director of admissions in one college, but there is a kind of a sheer experience. When I met him in the office, the first thing which I asked him is, what are the regular questions that students are asking? Because these are the questions every day in, day out, a lot of people take advice from the people who are not aware of the industry first, because everyone has an opinion. And today, those opinions and those WhatsApp opinions are becoming more important. The family groups discussion where someone says, you should do work before you do a PGDM. Some people say you should do MBA. That degree has more value than PGDM. And some people say, why are you doing a diploma certificate? And when you are doing a diploma certificate, they feel like diploma certificate and PG diploma certificate are same. So I'm trying to highlight all the questions first so that we will set into the conversation. And this video, as it is being recorded, we will be sharing it with you in the future also, so that you will be having an idea. But today, I wanted to have a 5 to 10 minutes of conversation with you. Then I will take questions from people. If there are any regular questions or some special personal questions also, if it is useful for the larger audience, let's take that questions from you, and it will help a lot of people. So as we see the title here, what after B.Tech? The first basic question that everybody has, is all about the what after BTech. Because these days, as we are sitting today in 2024, we have a very big issue that there are not many jobs. And majority of them, people after joining BTech, they realize that coding is not their cup of tea, or core sector is not lucrative, that it is helping a lot of people. People realize after a point of time saying that, okay, I'm not finding myself. I'm not seeing a great career for me in the engineering or post engineering in a profession. Let's take two examples. One is the core sector, which is in BTech, which is the computer science and the whole circuit branches. Let's say ECE, CSE, and electrical and stuff. And non-circuit branches like civil and mechanical. So if you just put into these two buckets, the core sector, when you talk about the EEE or CS or the whole EC part, the kind of competition what people have, they feel like, okay, I may not have a great career. And let's say you take mechanical or civil guys, some of them fare good, some of them feel that it is not their cup of tea. So they start looking at what are my alternatives? Where should I build a career for myself? If you don't have core concepts in your engineering, what is the best way out? The best way out to get a great business career is to translate or is to have a transition to a better opportunity when you do an MBA or a PGDM. So now the question comes, is it a right choice? And what is a right choice? Before getting into that, let's understand the basic definitions of Masters of Business Administration, postgraduate diploma in management. Actually, they are both as simple as that they are the same management degrees that can be completed in the duration of 2 years. The basic difference is all about the nomenclature and the degree. A lot of people think, no, we understand at the age of 21 and 22 that degree or a practical exposure. If someone asks, the first question that people have it, they immediately answer that I need practical exposure. I need industry orientation. These are the words which come onto people's mind. When we say that, okay, if I do, or if I just add another degree to your resume, you already had a BTech. Again, you want to add just another degree. I don't see any importance in investing into it. Guys, here we have to understand that a lot of syllabus today, every college, wherever you go, they use a one word called skill gap. If you go to any industry person and talk, they say there is a gap between industry and academia, which is an over-abused word. Every other conference you see, they keep using this line. Because the syllabus is more theoretical in regular courses, they are not modified at the pace where it has to get modified. But the flexibility that a PGDM syllabus, because it focuses more on the industry trends and latest trends which are happening in the industry, how can they modify it and how can they make you adaptable to the industry? So if you see that when you're seeing the larger picture here, that is the first basic difference is the core basement. Any degree. And I always say after 21, you should never buy courses. You should never pay fees. How can you invest in your degree? There is a difference between investing into your degree and paying the fees. And what is the return on investment? Because if you are investing into a share market, if you are investing into a stock, you always check whether the stock will perform better and do I get returns. If you invest into a real estate, there are different assets which I'm talking about. Your education is also an asset to you. And if that asset you are not choosing in a right direction and you are not understanding the returns which you get from that asset, you will never invest into it. But a lot of people forget that degree or learning or education is an investment. They think that it is another degree, so they pay fees. But when you pay fees, you just end up as a liability. It will become another liability. But how can you convert your degree into an asset? You have to invest into that asset. So when you are investing, you always take something which is latest, which is trending, which will get you a greater opportunity and the returns. So what are the returns? One is greater job opportunity, great exposure, because some of them are financial, some of them are qualitative, some of them are quantitative. Some things you can measure. How can you measure getting a great package after you studying? Or some of the qualitative is meeting great people, meeting great industry people, getting the exposure. That is the another qualitative behavior that people have to understand. So when you go to the next slide here, you'll understand some differences between the both the degrees, because that's another more important point which I wanted to emphasize on. Because most of the universities, that's a degree owned, but most of the private B schools, you own, they call it as a PG diploma because of the flexibility that the professors can enhance the syllabus with the support of industry and industry people. So if you see an IIM also today, IIMs also don't offer MBA degrees. I think Surya Garu can correct me if I'm right. So they also.
Yeah, sir. See,
So,
there is a basic assumption, sir. It's a diploma, kada, sir. No,
right.
no. Meaning itself, name might be a diploma, but it's a 2 years technical course. They both are one and same, but PGDM is offered by only business schools.
Correct. So if you see in IIM Ahmedabad or IIM Bangalore, wherever you go, the degree is known as PGDM only. It is not MBA. If you study or if you graduate from an IIM also, you are given a degree called as PGDM. So that's because that's a modern day business schools. They always call it as a diploma in management because the flexibility that it is offering. The second thing, the curriculum part. Why I call it as curriculum? Because let's say the most older days of marketing and the new days of marketing, there's a huge difference in approach. The kind of new go-to-market techniques, the words of startup, the word entrepreneur itself in a lot of syllabus, it's not included. And when you talk about the latest things which are happening, how can we create an application-oriented approach so that the curriculum is updated frequently to match the latest trends? Now, every other day we are talking about AI, the artificial intelligence. Even if I meet a bureaucrat, even if I meet a great minister, the one word which is common in our discussions is how AI is going to impact our future, because everybody has an opinion. So now, in the world of AI, it is very, very important to become human again, because today better humans will have great opportunities. That human resources, the HR, which you study in PGDM, the human angle to the marketing, the human angle to a finance. So these angles help people to get more opportunities so that they can apply. So where do you get that knowledge? You have to be surrounded by a set of good people, because you are always an average of 5 whom you are surrounded with. Yes, you can do an MBA from a local college. You can do an MBA from a college which is in your village also. What will happen? Yes, it will have a curriculum, but it will not have a set of good people whom you have to hang around with. And you should have a great environment, because a great plant which is planted, which gets all nutrients, but if the environment is not great, the plant will not go into a very big tree and it will not give you fruits. So we need to have a greater environment that which has to be provided to that particular plant to bear great fruits. The next, regulations and recognition. These are the questions. I think Surya Garu better answers, has better answer, technical answers. But what I can tell from this thing is like PGDM has required approvals from all the AICTE, and they
Yes,
are
sir.
recognized by the employers. There are alumni whom you can talk, and a lot of people. So this session, when they asked, I wanted that there are a lot of doubts. Let's clear people, because we have to talk from the horse mouth itself. So moving on, when we have understood this, what is better? How can we, how should we choose it? The first question that you have to ask yourself here, why am I doing this? If you are not asking yourself that question, a lot of problems will become, and again, you are going to do another degree. So you should be in a controlled environment where you are trying to try different ideas. If you have a business idea, how can you surround yourself with good people so that they become your potential partners in future? And the discussion is all about studying case studies from the past, understanding what happened and which business grew in what way. And this is the time where you can get that real practical exposure. Second, which industry you are targeting? Because are you targeting a BFSI? Are you targeting a FMCG sector? BFSI is banking and financial institutions in insurance sector. You are getting into the fast moving consumer goods, the D2C brands. Are you going into the construction industry? Which industry you are targeting? So if you are studying, you'll start getting clarity on which industry you are targeting. Second, what specific roles? Are you a person who is interested with numbers? Because a lot of people in their intermediate, they think they know maths well. They take engineering. But suddenly later they realize they are very good with accounts. They are very good with numbers, with the finance part. But they don't know how to build a career in finance. And what are the tools which are required here? Some people are extroverts. They are good with people. They talk to people. They communicate well, very aggressive. Those people can be suitable for marketing. And in this marketing, some people are good sales guys. They do a great pitching. And some people are good with process. They are operations guys. They set up a great operational procedures, SOPs, standard operating procedures, and understand how companies work. And the last but not the least, how can you people be good at HR? Because in the world of AI, I keep preparing. How can you be human? Understanding each human and empathizing with them. So these are the very, very finer details about the different roles, and digital marketing strategy. A lot of other roles are also popping up. And last, if people study PGDM, they can study in the future. How can we pursue the further academic studies like PhD also? And whenever this session has started, and when Surya Garu first time, when we met recently, he gave me a card, business card. Then I just read Dr. M. Surya Narayan Reddy. The first thing when you read doctor, you feel happy. That comes through PhD thing. So can people study? Yes. And how can they build a great career in the academic front? Because the academic front also, India requires a lot of great B schools. So these people end up as great faculty people across industry, and industry also wants to partner with faculty because there is a great exposure, because they handle students at that age. There's a great market research that they can come back. If we go back to US, every college, the industry partners with the college. The first thing, the real partnership happens when industry science comes to a college and signs an MOU. Not academia will never go to an industry and sign an MOU. So the industry needs colleges as learning grounds. So like this, when you have a lot more questions, because having questions makes you feel curious. When you're curious, you always start asking a lot of questions. And when you ask questions, you get answers from the experts where they have gone through few things. So I started a startup. And I still remember whenever I'm hiring, the first reason why I hire a PGDM guy or someone who studied business administration or something, because they go through a lot of case studies, so they know what happened for certain business in the past and what mistakes they would have done. How can we avoid those mistakes so that our business starts growing? So this knowledge is put in a box, in a capsule, in a certain time period for you, so that you are ready for your own business or for growing the someone else's business also. So moving on, I feel it's better that I answer a couple of questions from the audience. I hope I've answered a couple of questions here and there, but more than happy to take these questions from audience. And beyond this, yeah, sir.
Sir, I think, it's a students are having a facility of, listening into YouTube. Okay. So because, rather I counseling, the PGDM students and MBA students, the couple of questions. So behalf of them, and I will ask so that, anyhow we will telecast the same thing to their mobile numbers, so they can able to, listen and would able to clarify.
Yes, sir.
The first thing they would like to ask you, in what way PGDM is different from MBA?
So first, as I explained before, it is a nomenclature. First thing, nomenclature is the first basic thing that we need to understand. Second, the flexibility of adding latest topics is more in a PGDM than compared to MBA, because the board of studies has a lot of corporate people who are involved, where a flexibility is given to the institution rather than a body or apex body. So apex body recognized the institutions to become more agile and flexible. Yeah.
The second question, sir, Can you just suggest me which specialization I would like to choose? But generally, I don't suggest. So on this,
See, this is very, very generic thing. Because I always say, unless I know you as a person,
yes,
you should know yourself that where are you? What type of person you are? Are you an introvert? I keep telling people, please check your phone, how many contacts you have. I say, like, if you are a person who is having more contacts and connections, you are a marketing type of a person. Are you a person who is good with numbers? You find comfortable with numbers? Are you a person who is very active? So based on that, you have to choose your stream. Yeah.
the third question, sir. Many of my students are also done with PGDM, but end of the day, they feel it's not much difference between MBA. So whether it is an institutional problem or it is our problem. So can you just guide?
So personally, I feel the instinct should come from the person first. Like, let's say, institution can't treat 180 people and try to help every individual. I say, if you are a go-getter approach, if you start checking out, let's say you have a summer vacation. Everybody has a summer vacation. But smart people try to utilize that summer vacation into a small micro internship at a startup. They get that exposure. Someone does a survey. Someone does a market research. If you expect an institution to change you, institution is a catalyst. It gives you a platform. It makes you visible to people. Let's say I come to a guest lecture to Vishwa Vishwani for a second. I'll give a guest lecture. Generally, every year I try to go at least 1 to 2 times to address the PGDM batch. Thanks to the director there and the founder, chairman, and everyone. So when I go to a guest lecture, a couple of students stay in touch with me. Not all the 60 to 70 students stay in touch with me. They add me on LinkedIn, they drop a message, they send a profile. So I check whether the student has patience to follow up. So most of the cases, it depends on the student to be proactive in their approach.
Just today only, just before around 4:30, two students they were done with their graduation in Tripoli from some ex college. Now they are working in Accenture. Now they came for this inquiry. Then the question which they asked, sir, can we do in a distance mode of a regular program? We would like to shift our career into HR. So do you think is it helpful or do you offer a seat? So this is the conversation, just before this webinar started. So how far it will help, into their careers?
See, there are three things which I always say. One, first, you build your intellectual knowledge. Yes, online you can go through a few YouTube videos and just learn something. But distance education will always keep you at distance from the reality. And the second thing, you have to understand that you are building a community. Tomorrow you are building your network. If you are studying in distance education, you will never going to build any network from all these degrees because you are not investing into it. Third, yes, the financial opportunity. You will not be so serious about it unless you invest into it. You have to be investing yourself into it. As I started this session, if you just want a degree, don't do it. If you want a great career, do it. Because if you want a great career where you want to shape yourself, that you want a non-technical career. And even the technical career, a lot of product management, a lot of other roles where PGDM guys are being absorbed because they understand a customer. If you are a B.Tech guy doing a PGDM, tomorrow you can take up a lot of product management roles because you are a technical guy. At the same time, you understand the consumer also, the consumer behavior. So there are a lot of opportunities for you. I can go on and on discussing about them. Maybe I'll restrict myself to a few things. Yeah.
Yeah. And there are two students which they were taken admission. So I would like to put you on that case study in front of you so that it will be clear for others. They are doing job and they were decided, sir, yes, we got enough 2 years of experience. We done our graduation, maybe a BSc, maybe a BTech, or maybe B Pharmacy. Now we were decided to do a PGDM or MBA kind of a program. So we would like to change our career, or we would like to prosper in our career. Is this program is really helpful?
It is, and there is no second thought to it. It is helpful. The broader thing that you need to know, that you have to accept that fact, is like, if you know how to utilize or change the career word, you need to always exhibit that I learned something new. And if people respect for your intellect, and that intellect is itself what pays you. So in the world, you need to be more knowledgeable so that you can answer a lot of questions. Yeah.
And again, it's the same kind of a question which we are, every day which we are listening. Sir, how about placement? Like engineering colleges, they're also in the same kind of,
The advantage here, when one needs to understand, is that the modern day syllabus will keep you so close to the corporates. The multiple guest lectures which happen, unlike the regular engineering, which is so flooded, this is a very capsule based thing. So you have to know how you should build the network. Yes,
Yes.
placements will be facilitated. It's not that they are not there, but you need to know that more than the placement, it is about the networking that which you do, and you have to sell yourself well before you start.
I always say my dialogue, network is equal to net worth.
Yes, sir.
The kind of people surrounded by you, it's all depending on your net worth of your future.
Yeah.
And one last thing, sir, how to choose a right college? This is the general question. People, they will ask me as a director admissions, can you say why
So
you?
here I don't want to say any college name or anything. To be
Yeah, no,
honest,
it's a generic, sir. It's a
first factor I also always say, what is ROI? First, return on investment is the first question that you need to know.
yes.
Am I getting, in Hindi you say paisa vasool? You have to extract whatever it is from that, because you are 21 already. So your days are counting. So if you are studying, you should extract something. Number two, the second thing is the infrastructure, because the environment and the class size, your seniors class size, how diverse it is. What is the diversity? What are the different cultures people are coming together? If I study in a local, maybe, in a village or in a district, sometimes you might not have a different people from different cultures. So choose a place where you have some Hindi speaking guys, some other language, you should have a diverse set of people so that you become truly a person who can work in multiple areas. So you have to elevate yourself. Third, what is the college history? What is the track record of the college? That's very important, where you have a track record, because companies also check the track record. They will not knock the doors, because tomorrow I'll tell you, one person graduating from that college and working in their company, his behavior will make him think, I have to go to that college where this student studied. So always check for a track record and the alumni, and interact with that alumni to choose a better college. Because I always say, if you have to join a college, you should say, I will talk to 2 of your alumni, how they are, where they are. So if they tell, I have to get convinced, not the person or the management. So these are the factors which I tell. So, but anyways, I'm very happy that Surya Garu, you took this initiative.
There are two questions asked in YouTube, sir.
Yeah.
Then we'll close this session. The first question: would recruiters choose PGDM students or MBA students? Which one has got higher weightage and why?
To be honest, I'm not trying to take sides, but they choose a candidate. They don't worry about PGDM or MBA, but they check the candidate who extracted what from that course. But if a PGDM guy student knows how to apply and extract something from PGDM, he will choose PGDM guy. If an MBA guy stretches and learns online and becomes a better person, he will choose an MBA guy. So it all depends on the person here. Yes, PGDM guys might have an edge because they have that things in the curriculum which makes them exposed towards such things. Yeah.
Yeah. The last question: a student done his become business analytics. What should I choose? Either MBA business analytics or PGDM business analytics?
If I'm in your shoes, I'll choose PGDM business analytics to understand what are the latest softwares, because you have to be relevant in the world of AI. A lot of things are changing at a very quicker pace. Some softwares get outdated. Some of the procedures get outdated. So I have to be very much close to the relevant and today's. I'll check the curriculum first than going anywhere.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Hope the questions which they were asked by the students in YouTube were answered, and
I'm very happy. More than anything, people who will be listening to this later, I tell, do a considerable amount of research, talk to people, don't take hasty decisions, because this is the time where you have to invest a lot. And I'm very happy, Surya Narayan Garu here, Director of Admissions. I think he'll explain you more other details and how, because, sir, I always say, even I want to ask a question, why you should join, or, let's say, that's a better way. Will you answer, or will you ask them to come and meet you? Yeah.
It's not meet me, sir. It's a better way to choose the college, visit the college, see the infrastructure, interact with the existing students, interact with the placement officers, and then they can experience the real kind of atmosphere. Then they can choose yes, it is a better college, Vishwa Vishwani, or not. Like similar way, any other college.
Correct. So you should always visit the college and check for it rather than just taking a blind decision. I always say brochures will be great, but the people should be great. And we have to go, and because you are not hiring a designer, you are joining in a college. So always visit a college to take a wise decision and check out more details. And I'm very thankful. Hopefully, I'll talk to a few students in the future personally and in the campus itself. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. There are 48 students are registered, sir. I think I will give you the contact, your email address. So anyone is interested, they will have an email conversation with you so that they can get prepared.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Once again, on behalf of Vishwa Vishwani management, to give you a better inputs for the students community, after their B.Tech and graduation. Thank you once again, on behalf of myself also. Thank you, sir, for your time.
Thank you.